Lean in. Come on, Matteo. Come on. Come on.
No, I don't want to.
Come on.
I don't want to.
Do it harder.
I don't want to hurt
Matteo.
So we are back with another episode promoting my book, Your Pasta Sucks, a cookbook with Matteo Lane. And today I thought I would have another Italian cook with me. I brought Eric D'Alessandro, everybody.
A legitimate Italian.
A legitimate, full Staten Island Italian. It is its own breed of Italian. How would you describe the difference between Staten Island Italians and Italians from Italy?
I mean, apples and oranges. There's, I mean, you know.
More like apples and fried duck.
When I went to Italy, I was like, babe, let me handle this. And then I tried to speak. I was like, how you doing? And they just looked at me. I'm like, this lady doesn't even speak Italian. What's going on over here? So when you wanted a real Italian for this, you call me. I took a boat here. Anybody else take a boat here, like our ancestors?
It was just like our ancestors, like 1865.
I was just screaming. People were confused. What's going on?
I don't know if I've asked you, would you cook?
I can cook.
Yeah?
I'm really good at eggs. I can make a good steak, but
Steak, I don't know how to grill.
I'm an Italian guy from Staten Island. Like,
Your mom still cook for you?
She does.
What's your favorite thing that your mom makes?
Ooh, my mom, I will say, it's very typical, but I will say she has the greatest meatballs in the world. I'll blindfold you and I'll tell you, she's got it with the meatballs.
I actually would like that, to do a blindfold taste testing with like all of our like mom's meatballs and just to like see who's the best.
I know. You might get stabbed if you choose the wrong one.
That would be horrifying if you did it, because you literally would be, your mother would literally stab you.
My mother would slash her throat if I didn't pick hers.
Okay, so today I thought we're gonna make a classic. We're making carbonara. You had carbonara in Rome, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think before you went to Italy, I was like, here's where you eat, this is where you have to go, you have to eat this.
I know, I still have to go to Italy with you and go on like a nice gaycation and really do it the right way.
Unfortunately, I'm bringing Nick to Italy this summer, so it's gonna be a fucking nightmare.
Oh God.
Him with his goddamn sun hat, embarrassing everybody. Embarrassing me, man. Nick, you won't be embarrassed from your sun hat in Italy?
Like you always say, straight guys in Italy are just gay guys in America, right? So
Did you say who's gay? Yeah. You, the one laying down on the couch like the fucking Wicked Witch of the West. That's who's gay. Look at you. Have some goddamn decorum. Okay, so today we're making carbonara. So the basic carbonara, we have our pecorino romano. It's very good, very salty sheep's cheese, very strong. But you can use it with like grana padano or like some Parmesan if you want to mix it, like if it's too strong. But you know, the Romans are Rome. Okay, and then we have, look at how beautiful these egg yolks are.
Are these like duck eggs or something? This is very...
Tommy, this is normal eggs? Totally normal, Tommy.
They were brown though, right? They were brown eggs. You can tell. That's a nice yolk.
But they just look so pretty. Now I feel like my mother. This is an Italian thing. Look at how gorgeous.
That's a nice yolk. That's a nice yolk.
I can't cook. All right. So the amount of times my mom's gotten a salad presented to her and she's like, it's beautiful. Like, it's a salad.
I can't eat it. I can't eat it.
Ma, you've been
too nice.
You're 65 for God's sake. So we're gonna mix our pecorino and our egg yolk. So why don't you do us the honor and why don't you mix it together?
Daddy gives me a job. I can help. Look, I'm helping. Ooh, look at this. Oh, that's making.
This is gonna be like
making all kinds of noises.
That noise is either the best noise in the world or it's the most disgusting. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course.
Contextually, it really makes a difference. You can really whip it up. You can get it in there. You want it to be like a nice thick paste.
Are we doing like a? What is this gonna be like?
Just like the sauce paste. I don't even know what you would call it. Base. That's the base of it.
It's really nice that you know your cooking terms, Matteo.
I do.
It's really
well,
good.
as I originally was going to call my cookbook, I'm not a chef, in parentheses, I'm also not an author, but they didn't think it would sell books.
That's great. Yeah, I love that.
I thought it was funny, but your pasta sucks. They also fought me on that. I was like, no, this will be funny. Your pasta sucks.
Yeah, that's good.
This is perfect.
Great sass, you know?
All right, so we have our base. It's very easy. I think people get really afraid of carbonara.
They always say like, you know, a carbonara and stuff is not really Italian, right? Do people say that?
Who says that? We're about to have issues.
It
depends on where you go. I mean, if you go to Naples, you're not eating carbonara. If you go to Florence, you don't eat carbonara. If you go to Rome, you're eating carbonara.
So what the fuck? Everybody act like I'm crazy. And this is not, right? It's a Rome thing?
This is very Roman. This is like the Rome dish. So like you don't eat carbonara in Milan. You don't eat it. I mean, you can. I'm sure there's restaurants that have it. But like,
I don't like these rules. I mean, what the?
There's many rules. Italy is a nation of many different cultures, languages, cultures. You know, so like if you go to Sicily, you're not gonna eat carbonara. You're not gonna have.
You ever been to the Cheesecake Factory in Sicily?
You know,
Spectacular.
I have. Can you imagine
Now,
if they put a fucking Cheesecake Factory?
This is guanciale, right?
This is guanciale, yes. So this is not, you don't want to use bacon.
You don't want to use bacon.
And you don't want to use pancetta. You want to use guanciale because you want, now I'm putting it on a really low heat. This is how you cook it, no oil. And basically you let the fat render it itself.
What do you say? You want to give me a nice, you want to hit me with that? You want to give me, let's see if you can give me,
give
me a really good,
this is our,
give me a really good one. Give me, come on. Lean in, come on, Matteo, come on. Come on.
No, I don't want to.
Come on.
I don't want
Do it harder.
I don't want to hurt
Matteo, come on. Let's show me what you got. Let's go.
I don't want to be your
Act like a top for once.
No, I can't. Can you imagine? No, I always say if I'm gonna top, I have to pretend I'm like Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. So just behind you, like it's true, LeBoot. Like I can't.
I've never seen that movie.
You've never seen Beauty and the Beast?
I mean, I know I look gay, but I'm actually, I was
like
watching.
Every '90s kid has seen Beauty and the Beast.
I know. I'm not like we didn't have.
What did you watch? Your parents were like, we're starting you with Goodfellas, then we're moving on to The Godfather, Part 1, Part 2. We're not doing Part 3.
We were trash growing up. For entertainment, we would watch The Garbage Man chew up our old couch.
Honestly,
my dad was like, "Get out here! You gotta see this. This is fucking crazy."
Your dad was ahead of that's what people watch on TikTok now. Your dad was ahead of the game. we went from wanting that now we watch carpets getting cleaned.
I know.
We watch couches being All right, so you want this on a really low heat. I've barely used this stove. So it's slowly gonna cook. So basically this is another dish where you just sort of like sit and wait.
This is fantastic though, guanciale, man. When I had this in Italy, everybody goes to Italy and they're like, "Oh my God, it was amazing." And you're like, "Well, what was so much better?" It just was. All right, well, give me something. And honestly, it was good. It's like we have good food here in America. You ever go to Applebee's? Hello, but anyway. But guanciale was the guanciale and the gelato. That was the thing that I was like,
gelato, forget about
that.
it.
You can't get really in America.
No.
I haven't really had good gelato yet. But
Figo
mozzarella, I've got good mozzarella everywhere.
Should we wait for this fucking truck?
Is that a boat?
I don't know.
That's actually you. That's your family going back to Italy from Staten Island. And we see the bright color of the American flag.
I'm trying to think if I actually have seen Beauty and the Beast. I don't know if I've actually seen that.
Yes, you have with the pot.
Of course I know what it is, but I don't think I never saw Little Mermaid till like 3 years ago.
What?
My wife loves it, and I watched it with her. I was like, this movie kind of sucks. If you watch it later on in life. Like how old did you see Hocus Pocus?
You can't. I'm gay. You can't. It's a thing.
Okay, well, I saw it I was too late. I saw it when I was like 26, and I was like...
Although, can I just say this? Hey, drag queens, hear me out. Every year, sorry.
Yeah, they gotta go to, they go to like Salem.
They all dress up as the goddamn witches, and they do the walk, and I'm sure it sells tickets. All right, so our guanciale is gonna start cooking.
Did you season this with anything?
No.
Oh,
it's already seasoned.
That's incredible.
So what happens, you don't put any oil in it. The fat is gonna render itself, and it's gonna cook in it. You wanna cook it at a really, really low because you want it to be crispy on the outside, and you want it to kind of have like a softness on the inside.
Ooh, yeah.
There's a place in Rome in Campo di Fiore called Da Francesco, and they make the best guanciale on the face of the fucking planet. I don't know what black magic they're doing in the kitchen. Actually, when I was in Rome a couple months ago, I ordered carbonara, and I asked if I could get it with spaghetti, and the waiter does this. He goes, no. No, the chef, he would be so upset. No, please, just mezzi rigatoni, please. I was saying the difference between when someone recognizes you in the street and they're from America or Italy, this is Americans. Americans go like this, oh my God, can I take a photo with you? I'm like, oh, sure. This is an Italian. I was in Chelsea and I was walking down, this Italian goes like this. No, ma tu sei un grande, Matteo, no. So dramatic.
I got recognized in Italy. I did this stupid video about like real estate, and this Italian realtor recognized me in Venice. And then he asked me to speak Italian. I was like, "Si." That's all I had.
Usually when I do shows, after I wait like 20 minutes or 30 minutes after the show, everyone goes home, whatever. So you leave, the theater's empty, blah, blah, blah. So in Rome, I did the show, and it was about a half hour, and I leave, the entire audience is waiting outside for me.
Oh, wow.
And they were like, foto, possiamo fare una foto, Matteo? I'm like, oh, yeah. I was so shocked. All right, so really, this whole thing it's very quick. You just have to kind of wait for the guanciale to
This got 0 to 100 really quickly. This is boiling beautifully. That's what I was responsible for.
Well, I kind of want to use shallower water with that because with shallower water, you get more starchy pasta, and then it's better for.
Who doesn't know that? Shallow water, starchy pasta.
Did your nonna ever throw a spoon at you?
My mom did. My mom was one of 11. I have like 80 cousins, so they didn't even know who I was by the time they died.
They just thought you were the delivery boy.
Yeah, not even that. They had no idea what my name was.
I think we're at 32 now, cousins.
You?
Because the kids are having kids, and so there's extra kids, and so now there's more
Oh,
kids.
that's cheating. You're adding the grandkids to them?
But I don't know, but they're my cousins' kids, and so there's just extra cousins now.
Yes.
Cousins are making cousins.
I mean, I have 10 nieces and nephews already. If I add that, then I'm like at 40. Mice math.
It is
Sex.
mice math. Yeah, my mom's one of 7. Well, she's actually one of like
There's
15.
a mouse in Cinderella. That's a Disney reference for you.
There you
right?
go. See,
There
you've seen Cinderella before. Cinderella's a good one. That actually kind of helped the Disney studios. It was a hit in 1953.
This looks fucking amazing, man.
All right, I want all this fat to get out of here, so it's really got to cook down.
One surgery at a time, Matteo.
I was telling everybody earlier that my cheeks are so full because I got that PRP. I was like, okay, this is not filler. It's just my face is swollen. I thought it was supposed to make my skin look better. So the entire day, I look like one of the mice from Cinderella.
That's
what it is.
Yeah, I know that. I know the one you're talking about.
I'm Gus.
There's a chubby one. That's
I'm Gus. There you.
All right.
See, because your kid, he's gonna want to watch Disney movies.
Oh,
I feel like you were a Shrek kid. There was
what the hell are you laughing
There
at?
was Pixar, and then there was Shrek kids. You guys know what I'm talking about? Thank you, Tommy. The gay knows.
So is that a poor joke?
No, not a poor joke. That's a straight joke.
Oh, okay.
I feel like Shrek was like the less gay version of Disney.
I mean, I like Shrek.
What was your favorite movie as a kid? Three Ninjas?
That's a good one. It depends. I feel like it was like a goofy movie I like.
I love a goofy.
That's a great.
Leaning Tower of Pisa.
That is my like. I could talk to Disney people about that. But everything else I missed. I feel like no one talks about how like rich you had to be to have the Aladdin sheets and have that.
Aladdin sheets?
Yeah, like on your bed, the girls had like, Francesca Marie had her whole Disney catalog in her room. I didn't have any of that shit.
No,
I was sharing a bed with my brother.
Yeah, I was gonna say we had hand-me-downs.
I mean, come on.
I never had anything. I remember one time, like, instead of buying new clothes, my grandma just came over with a ton of clothes from my uncle, but he's young, but he's like my cousin. So all his underwear and shirts and pants is like, just pick.
I wore my brother's friend's communion suit when I received communion. I swear to God, it was like my brother's friends. So it was like, not a lot of time for Disney.
Did you and your cousins all take baths together?
No, my siblings and I did though.
Oh, my parents, because we grew up next to my cousins and we're all the same age, so they literally just threw us all in the tub together.
Yeah, I'm weird. I fit into stereotypes, but then I also don't. Like, I didn't ever wear the horn. I never.
Oh, el corno?
Yeah, I never did all that stuff.
I had the corno for some time.
My mom's so Catholic. It doesn't make. You can't be superstitious and also be Catholic. My mother's like, God provides. None of that's true. I don't know why my mom Marissa Tomei. She doesn't even sound like that.
Did you ever see the Brady Bunch movie when they were like, and they only have one bathroom, and I heard there's no.
Is that the one with Christine, Ben Stiller's wife?
Yes.
Yes, that one I saw.
I don't know anyone named George Glass at our school.
Dan.
Sure, Jan.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
All right, so now we're taking the guanciale out. It's cooked. So we're gonna put it.
This feels like a very Italian thing. The
paper towel. Yeah, it is. I'm sure there's like a baking sheet or something.
There's probably something you do. Yeah.
But you know what? Here we are. This is cooked wonderfully, so it's not gonna be too crispy.
Can I just?
Yeah, just don't burn yourself.
Oh my God.
All right, so now what we're gonna do, I need you to do me a favor, Eric. I need you to
fix my hair with this really quickly? Okay. Sorry.
All right, you're gonna stir vigorously, okay?
Oh God.
So we're just gonna put in a little bit. Keep going. Don't burn yourself. See that oil? Get it in. Yeah. A little bit more. That's all we need. Did you burn yourself?
No, but I never wear white and I'm gonna destroy the sweater.
Okay, this is perfect. This looks good. Woo! All right,
Just clapping cheeks back here.
Yeah, me after I fucking spooned your ass.
I mean, I wanted to get hard. You couldn't do hard.
I feel really bad.
I can't get
about
hard with that soft stuff,
All right, let's see. We're gonna put in our pepper, mix it in. It can be as peppery as you'd like. All right, now we're putting in our pasta. So, salt.
I'm a very so if I'm trying to copy you, how much salt did you just use? You have no idea what the hell that was.
Just a heaping handful of salt. Heaping, yeah. We're putting in our spaghetti, and then we have more shallow water because we really want that starchy pasta water. Because here's the thing, with the carbonara, people are really worried that they're gonna be scrambling their eggs, and I think a lot of people do. We're gonna teach you how to temper the sauce, and you're gonna do that by pouring in a little bit of that pasta water beforehand, just to sort of smooth out the sauce, and then we're gonna maybe save some afterwards so that if you need to thin it out when you're putting it in the bowl, you can. Spaghetti usually cooks for, I don't know, 7 minutes. We'll just keep trying it.
This looks gorgeous, by the way. It looks like a nice weave basket or like a crown.
Well, it's the best way to do it because then
It's a good sized pot. I've never gotten my spaghetti to lay like this before.
No? You don't break it.
No, I don't know. What am I?
All right, I don't know.
Let's not go that far.
There's this girl who like always pranks her Italian mom, and one of them she just took the spaghetti and she just cracks it, and her mom goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" insane! Bob the drag queen texted me, he goes, do Italians speak to each other this way? I go, yeah. He's like, you people are insane.
Now, do you like this al dente? Do you like
Very
this?
al dente.
Very al dente, okay.
Yeah.
Is there a timer? What the hell are you doing?
You're supposed to have a timer. The box will tell you how long you're supposed to cook it for. So usually al dente, I think for spaghetti is usually like 8 to 10 minutes. It depends on the pasta, so they will tell you how long it's supposed to go for.
Okay.
But then if you go, like Rome, for example, they really like the pasta really al dente. So sometimes Americans get it and they're like, this tastes like it's not done. The Italians like, no. Because I always tell people you want to cook pasta more so like you do a steak. It's not just sponge and water. You want to actually have it have texture and you want to cook it with your sauce. So treat it like you would a steak or a filet mignon. Filet mignon. Les gens qui appellent française, ça m'appelle en filet mignon. So yeah, this is good because you get all that starchiness from the pasta already starting to come out. And I would say after like 4 minutes, we can take some of that water and start bringing it into the sauce we already made. And then it's pretty much done. It's really easy to make.
I just want to say I really appreciate you making this with me because this is, I told him this is like my favorite thing in the world. And I appreciate you making this for me, Matteo. Even though you wouldn't smack my ass like I asked.
You have a nice butt.
Hey, thank you.
Here you go.
I woke upstairs.
I did all my Romanian deadlifts today just because I knew I was gonna be cooking pasta.
That might be the gayest thing I've heard you say.
Really?
A theme workout for your...
Yeah, because you do leg day if you're gonna be eating a lot of food, like a lot of carbs.
Oh, you did Romanian because we're doing Rome?
I didn't even think about that.
I thought that's what I meant. I thought you were doing...
Oh, dai! Woohoo! I didn't even realize Mario was supposed to be Italian until... That's like a Japanese version of what an Italian is, just a plumber.
I don't know if this is true, I just saw it on Instagram, but apparently the guy owned like a warehouse that they were working on the game and like they couldn't pay their rent and he said, don't worry about it. And they named him Mario like in order to honor him that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't give him any money, but they just mocked him for the rest of eternity.
I have to say, I was upset that the voice of Mario, who did it? Chris
Pratt, yeah.
I mean, he did a fine job, but I feel like the voice of Mario, we were all whining the, listen.
I know, but nowadays, man, people get offended by everything.
But Italian, you can't offend Italians.
That's very true.
It's been since the 70s. We need a comeback.
I know.
Our only comeback recently is Luigi Mangione.
Oh, man.
That's it. It was so hot.
Thank you, Luigi.
Yeah. So Italians, we were like, the villains in movies, and then now we're a Nintendo character.
Or the White Lotus. Are there Italians in there?
Oh God, there were some.
Oh wow.
Jesus. Okay, so I'm not gonna take some of that starchy water.
Honestly, like, what can't you do?
All right.
In all seriousness, like
math. Can you? I can't spell.
Who needs math?
All right, I need you to stir vigorously again.
Oh God. All right.
All right. Start stirring. It has to be all around. Yeah. So we're just bringing in a little bit. And it's gonna start thinning out. Make sure you bring that in.
Yes, Daddy.
All right, and I'm gonna put a little bit more, but that's it. You really don't want too much, you guys. You don't want it to be too thin. Like this is a perfect texture.
I'm gonna absorb all the water.
Yeah. Look, now you don't have scrambled eggs. The eggs are cooked from that hot pasta water. We're gonna reserve a little more water because if it's too thick, then we're just gonna bring it back in with the pasta, and it'll be great. I think our pasta's probably done by now. Let's try it. And this is good pasta too. Yeah. I mean, for me,
interesting the way he bit it. It's very weird.
For me, this is ready.
What did you do? What did you just grab one? I feel bad if it's...
No, grab one. Take it.
Well, I got two.
Thank you. I like it al dente.
Yeah, that's definitely al dente.
Yeah. Now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna bring it right into our sauce like that.
Oh yeah, baby.
And then you just mix it in.
Oh my God.
I would say this is a perfect consistency.
That looks
for carbonara.
Oh my God. I just watched you do this and I probably still couldn't copy that.
I'm gonna save some guanciale for you, okay? So if you wanna use it to plate. Okay, so this is our carbonara. And now we are going to eat. Okay, so this is where Tommy watch. He plates it for us. Okay, Tommy, it's all yours. Go for it. Oh my. Gotta eat it quick.
Yeah, you're good.
We can film?
Yeah, we're
okay. Not me being Italian. All right. Buon appetito.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Carbonara. So when you put it on a plate like this, I'm like, Jesus, makes it look so pretty. Good.
Oh my God, this is great because I was gonna have Hot Pockets today. If this wasn't. Yeah, how long do you have to eat this? What would you say?
This has to be eaten immediately. I mean, literally like Go eat. I remember we were in Florence or in Arezzo one time at my friend Francesca's house, and they made us carbonara, and they were serving it. They live in this 12th century villa. It's amazing. As they're making the carbonara, they're plating it. My friend Sashir Zameda was like, oh, I'll wait for everybody. And all the Italians started screaming at her. No, eat it now. You have to eat it now. She's like, what? I'm trying to be nice. We're like, no. You can't be nice. You have to eat it right now.
Look like a bitch, but you had a lot less pasta than I did.
I've been eating pasta all day.
Just so you know, I'm doing all right.
I've literally been eating pasta all day. This is all I can bear. The guanciale, you have to have it with the guanciale.
Dude, the guanciale is out of this world. You cooked it perfectly. I got it one time and I burnt it a little too much. This is like spectacular.
Yeah, because if you, the mix of the guanciale and the pasta and the egg yolk and the pecorino, I don't know what it does, but it changes it. You can order guanciale on Amazon. People are like, I can't get guanciale. I'm like, you can.
I know, I love this idea of like, oh, you gotta go here. It's like world trade exists. You can get anything.
Well, for now, you might be fucked.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that this is probably my favorite pasta dish. When I come to Rome, it's the first thing that I get. I usually go to Luciano or I go to Da Francesco and I just get carbonara. I fucking love it so much.
This is insane, man.
Chris, do you have any? Sam, did you have any? Nick, did you have any? No. I've never liked Nick. I don't like him.
How do you know each other?
Ugh. Can you imagine?
I worked the door.
I was the entertainer. So Eric, how long have you been doing stand-up for?
So technically full-time since 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, so coming up on 6 years just passed actually. My first
Damn.
like headline show was 6 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
And now you're doing theaters.
Depends where we are. I mean, not everywhere. I do theaters around here, but
Well, the Tri-State area. You make it in New York, you make it anywhere.
I go to Kansas City, there's like 6 people that show up. But here I can do Town Hall in Manhattan, no problem.
Is this your favorite pasta dish?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess white sauce is more of like American. Or am I just making these up?
No, they have
I've been
like,
lied to forever then.
No. White sauce, there's plenty of sauces that are
Alfredo?
is originally from Rome at a restaurant called Alla Scrofa, which is in a
hell?
piazza in Rome. But what it really is pasta burro with parmigiano, so it's pasta, butter, and parmesan. We went there, me and Francesca went there, and they showed us how to make it. When Americans saw it, they didn't understand that the pasta water created the cream. So what they did is when they brought the dish here, they add cream and garlic and peas and carrots and all that shit. But you know,
Carrots.
yeah. And I've had some with like, they add shrimp to it, they add like chicken to it, they add.
Okay, adding chicken is that's a no good.
That's no. There's no Italian dish, that pasta dish, that they would put chicken on top. And they just say like the textures don't go together. They're like, you can have like a meat sauce, like a ragu. You know, you can have vongole, which is like seafood and linguine. You know, there's ways to bring in protein to your pasta, but it has to be done like specifically with the right kind of pasta, with the right kind of food. But you know, you can't just
rules. I mean,
there's a lot of rules. It doesn't make sense.
Can't do it.
Like you could never have carbonara with a fresh pasta. It has to be a dry pasta.
What's the difference between a fresh and a dry?
It's for different textures, for different sauces. Like a fresh pasta would go with like a ragu or a bolognese, like pappardelle, tagliatelle, fettuccine, because it's a softness with the softness of the meat that's been cooking all day. But this is, you need like a really tough pasta to go with a sauce like this to hold, especially with the guanciale.
That's a really good point. I didn't realize how well that stuck together.
It wouldn't be right with a fresh pasta. It wouldn't be right. So you can't really make pastas with whatever sauce that you want because certain sauces are made for certain. But then there's some pasta like spaghetti can go with a lot. Mezzo rigatoni or penne can go with a lot. And there's rules and then there's not rules and then there's you know, alternatives for it and it's crazy. You can put like a whole chart of like Italian pastas and like what sauces that it can go with.
Yeah, I mean, and you subscribe to all of these because you're like a true...
lot because it does make sense. Somehow it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, when I moved to LA,
you couldn't find any Italian food.
I had a jar sauce that was pretty good.
Rayo's?
No, it was actually from Trader Joe's. It was tomato and basil.
I went to Rayo's, by the way, for the first time, the one here in Harlem.
Really?
Yeah, my friend got me seats, and yeah. And it was very, like...
For people who don't know, you can't eat there. You have to be in the mafia or mafia adjacent.
Eli Manning was there.
No way. Who told you that was Eli Manning?
Straight people. I had no idea. This woman at our table wanted to take pictures of them. I had no idea.
That checks out.
I had no clue. I was like, okay, Eli Manning. Bobby Flay Bobby Flay was there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a small place. That's
Yeah,
really
it's really
small,
little.
but very
Good?
skinny, like very Italian, like very like, listen, over here, I'm gonna tell you what kind of sauce we got fucking tonight.
Okay.
Here's the menu. You want this? I was like,
I'm happy to hear that still exists. That's good.
no, there's all Italians inside. And then because I'm not an East Coast Italian, I just feel so like, I know I look Italian, but then I just feel so not. Like, I'm like, I feel like I don't belong here. I'm scared of everyone here.
It's kind of how I feel when I go
But
home.
you could fit it though. Like you
I can pretend.
You can like code switch to like
Yeah.
East Coast Italian.
What the fuck you doing over here? Come on, get out of here.
Yeah, I can pretend. I can tell you the rest of them.
Italians always want to know how you're doing.
Yeah.
Or as my friend Rachel.
Or how much money you're making.
Right. My friend Rachel Feinstein always makes a joke that like Italians in Staten Island who are like firefighters are always like wanting to like protect the house. Like, and how's the kids? How's the family? She's like, it always sounds like
that's
a threat.
funny. Yeah. That is good. That's a great Italian last name. Feinstein.
She married it. She's a Jewish girl who got married into a Staten
I got
Island
that.
firehouse. Well, this was great. Thanks for coming and cooking with
Thank you
us.
so much.
I'm so
I mean, I didn't really know if I cooked, but I really enjoyed eating it.
No, you
It was
helped.
fantastic.
I needed you were my sous chef. I needed you to like mix while I was putting in the hot
And
water.
I thought I did it an adequate job.
You did an amazing job.
There you go.
Where can people find you?
Eric D'Alessandro. Good luck spelling it. Everywhere.
Apostrophe.
You don't need the apostrophe online. The computer will.
It'll just do it for you.
It'll combust. I'm on tour. I
Did your teachers
I
ever have
gotta
problems?
feed my baby. Please buy tickets. What?
Did your teachers ever have problems saying your name?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You know how many comedians can't bring me up still to this day, no matter where I go?
DL.
They get stuck on D'Alessandro. They go D'Alessandro, and then they say Elric. Elric. I swear to God, it's like a phonetic thing.
No,
I
they
don't know.
say, welcome Adele Dazim.
Yes, exactly. Del Dazim.
When I was doing open mics at first, I would put my name in the bucket, and before I was friends with anybody at the open mic scene, they would say, okay, Matteo,
Oh God.
which
really?
made me just feel like, it's me, Matteo. How are you there?
God. Wait.
Matteo Lane. That was me
Matteo.
for a long time, and I was too afraid to talk to anybody, so I just said it.
Did you ever tell anybody it's Lane?
No. They ask in Italy, Matteo Lane. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, it's Lane.
Yeah.
Like, ma com'è questo cognome?
They
I'm
start
like,
getting angry at you.
I'm
or
like,
something.
yeah, my dad's not Italian.
Yeah. And then the record stops.
I know.
Everybody looks at you.
But then they look at my dopey eyes and my nose, like, oh, he's one of us. All right, well, this is my book, Your Pasta Sucks, a cookbook with Matteo Lane. You can get it at MatteoLaneComedy.com or anywhere they sell books. So thank you so much, Eric.
And if you do this recipe, your pasta will not suck.